Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Five Strands with Art Del Cueto. I am out here in the facility where we had protesters yesterday. We even had Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva out here protesting, saying how bad it was what the agents were doing, how they arrested somebody. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of background on that. So there was a lady that was that was detained, arrested. They went to her home. ICE had some kind of a reason to go and detain her. And it was, she's 31 years old is what I'm hearing. She's claiming she's a DACA recipient. However, after looking through some of her social media, this is something that some of the media ain't gonna show you, but I'm here to tell you guys the truth because it's important that agents, ICE agents, Border Patrol agents get respected for the job that they're doing, and people stop attacking them and making up lies or half-truths. You don't hear the entire stories, you just hear what's convenient to some of these people. So I came out here, I'm not in my traditional cowboy hat. I was coming out here to see if I would see some protesters. Look, hey guys, I'm not an idiot, okay? I'm not gonna come out here and push myself around and say, what I've done or what I haven't done or whatever it is. I know better because they control some of this media, and in the end, I would be the one losing. So I came out here wearing a ball cap instead of my cowboy hat. I came out here to the area where this lady was detained. Again, I'm hearing she's 31 years old. After looking at some of her social media, it appears that she was married back in October of 2025. I'm not sure who she married, but I do know that may be some of the issues in question. She was here through DACA. So maybe the status changed when she got married to somebody. I don't know who she married. Did she marry a U.S. citizen? I don't know what the deal is, but I know that, look, if you come to this country and you want to be in this country, you want to stay in this country, why do you sit around and protest things about this country? So again, look, there was protesters here that were upset that she had been detained and she had been arrested, okay? They were here yesterday. Congresswoman Grijalva was here yesterday, but you don't see them anywhere around because the cameras are gone, because they got their clicks and their TikTok likes and everything else they wanted to get. They already received them by being here yesterday. It's obvious that that's the reason they do it for. And again, I've been walking around here. There isn't anybody here. The facility, there's been agents that have drove in and out of the place, but the protesters aren't here. Again, as I've said many times before, a lot of these things get done because they want to be the cool kid. They want to be able to say, hey, look at me, show my stuff, I'm the protester. But again, it's a lot of work that the agents are having to do, and it's a thankless job. And again, it only takes a couple of idiots to come out here and want to make a bigger deal out of something that's not there. So thank you guys for being out here. Thank you guys. Thank them for the job that they're doing, obviously. And at the same time, realize that they're doing a thankless job. They're doing a thankless job that there's a lot of people, including individuals in the media, that like to badmouth them. They like to talk bad about them. They don't know the job. But at the end of the day, they're doing targeted enforcement. They're going against individuals that need to be arrested. And again, as I said before, there's no protesters here because it's all for show. They want to be able to get on camera. They want to be able to talk bad about ICE agents. They want to be able to talk bad about Border Patrol, but they really don't care, including the leadership and the government officials. And I moved the camera away because there is an agent coming up, and I do not want to show his face because I know there's a lot of idiots out there that would love to see his face, love to see what he's driving, and that's not what it's going to be about. To me, it's about making sure that they're protected, making sure that they're safe, and at the same time to tell the real story, because I don't think the real story has been said, at least not enough times. You'll hear snippets and you'll hear people that'll post the story that they want to post, but you won't hear the real story, the real things that these agents are doing. And again, look, subscribe to my channel, follow the channel. I'm here to show you guys that there's nobody here. They were here yesterday. Yes, they were. They were protesting yesterday. They were upset about issues, whatever it may be. But that's because there was cameras here. That's because there was other individuals here that they could show off to. They could have followers. There was all kinds of things that they were able to have that they're not able to have today because maybe it's too hot. I'm not wearing my traditional hat, as I said before, because look, I'm not here to rile it up or to bring more attention to myself. and make things worse, especially for the law enforcement officers here, for the TPD that was out here working yesterday to make sure that things didn't get out of hand. But again, my point to be here is to show you the truth that there's nobody here. There's nobody here. They do it just for clicks and likes. That's the reality of the issues in photo. They want their photo ops and whatnot. But again, thank you to all the ICE agents and everyone that's working on the other side of those gates, because it is a thankless job. Until next time, stay safe and God bless.